You are weeks away from bankruptcy, yet your hard won expertise is currently collecting digital dust on a hidden hard drive. While most creators drown in content creation, the top 1% are using a single, automated framework to turn specialized knowledge into recurring revenue. I'm going to show you the exact system that allows someone with zero audience to launch a profitable digital product, starting with the specific 3 step method that separates professionals from hobbyists. Settle in and let us get to it. You likely spend your days solving problems that other people find confusing. Maybe you are a master of spreadsheet automation. Maybe you have figured out how to navigate complex bureaucratic systems, or you have mastered a specific creative niche like landscape photography lighting. We tend to undervalue this knowledge because it feels easy to us. We assume that if we know it, everyone else must know it too. That is a mistake. Knowledge is a commodity, but a structured path to a specific result is a high value asset. People do not pay for information, they pay for transformation. They pay to get from point A, where they are struggling, to point B, where they have succeeded. Let us start with the easiest win, the micro course. If you have never built a digital product, do not spend 6 months filming a masterclass. That is how projects die. Instead, build a single problem solution. A micro course is a 60 to 90-minute video series that solves one burning pain point. Think of someone like Justin Welsh. Before he became a giant in the creator space, he focused on teaching one specific skill, LinkedIn optimization. He did not try to teach people how to run an entire business. He taught them how to write a headline that converts. A study by the Stanford Graduate School of Business found that focused, narrow scope learning interventions lead to a 37% higher completion rate than comprehensive, broad based courses. Your goal is to identify one thing you can teach that saves someone at least 2 hours of work. If you save them 2 hours and they value their time at $50 an hour, your product is worth $100 of saved time. Record it on your phone or your computer screen. Keep the production quality high, but keep the complexity low. The easy win isn't about profit margins. It is about validating that strangers are willing to trade money for your specific brain power. Once you have made your first sale, you have proof of concept. Okay, so you have proven that people want your knowledge. Now, it is time to level up. This is where we move from a simple product to a scalable system. This is the cohort-based model. Instead of just selling a static file, you are selling an experience. Accountability is the most expensive and rare commodity in the digital world. People have all the information they could ever need for free on YouTube or Google. They have the what and the how. What they lack is the when and the who. They need a finish line. When you teach a live cohort, you provide a start date and an end date. You create a community of people who are going through the same struggles simultaneously. A report from the market research firm Course Method indicated that students in live cohort programs are 4 times more likely to finish the curriculum than those in self-paced environments. You do not need to do this live every time. You can record the sessions once and then use them as a live experience that runs 4 times a year. You're essentially selling a transformation within a calendar box. This adds a layer of prestige to your expertise. You are no longer just a vendor. You are a facilitator. You are helping people overcome their internal resistance to finishing what they start. Now, if you are finding this helpful so far, hit subscribe. I share deep dives on the mechanics of building digital businesses every single week, and you really do not want to miss the next one. All right, so that works great. But what if I told you there is something even better? The third method is what I call the systematic toolset. This is where you stop selling information and start selling leverage. Think about the difference between a textbook and a power tool. A textbook tells you how to build a deck. A power tool lets you build the deck in half the time. The most profitable digital products are not books or videos. They are spreadsheets, custom templates, software plugins, or curated databases that make a task instant. I know a woman who made over $200,000 in a single year by selling a single complex Notion template for project management. She did not teach management theory. She built a system that managed the workflow for her. She sold the files she uses to run her own life. This approach works because it is infinitely scalable and requires zero ongoing support. Unlike a live cohort, you do not have to show up on a Zoom call. Unlike a course, you do not have to update the video content every time a software interface changes. You just update the file. Think about your daily workflow. What are the documents you use every day? What are the checklists that keep you sane? Every time you create a process that saves you time, you have the raw material for an information product that sells itself. When you sell a tool, you are selling a shortcut. In a world where people are drowning in noise, they will always pay a premium for a shortcut. Let that sink in for a second. Most people spend their energy trying to sound smart. They write long ebooks full of theories that nobody actually reads to the end. But the person who sells the tool, they are solving the problem at the root. They are giving the user an out. They're giving them an unfair advantage. When you see it this way, you realize that your expertise is not about what you know. It is about what you have built that actually functions. So there you go. 3 ways to turn your expertise into a business. You start with a micro course to prove your value. You move to the cohort model to provide accountability and build a community. And finally, you build the systematic tool set to provide leverage. The third one alone can completely change the way you look at your working hours. You stop being a person who trades hours for money and you start being a person who builds assets that serve people while you sleep. It is not as hard as the gurus make it sound. It just requires you to value your own experience enough to package it up and offer it to the world. If this helped you gain some clarity, leave a comment below with the one skill you think you could turn into a tool today. I read as many as I can. Like this video if it helped, and subscribe to keep building. I have a video coming next week on the exact tech stack you need to deliver these products without losing your mind, and you are going to want to see that. See you then.